Jagex just released 6 new sets of achievements, ranging from easy to Grandmaster, featuring feats and challenges, from some of the game's easiest PvM content to the most challenging. In fact, now some players online are complaining that the Grandmaster achievements are far too hard and borderline impossible. Runescape used to have an achievement like this in the Inferno Cape, where only the top PvMers in the game could get one. And although the Inferno Cape is still a very prestigious accomplishment, it is nowhere near what it was around release. So my goal is to get the Grandmaster achievements and rock that Tz-kal Slayer Helm everywhere. And I'll be doing all of this from scratch. I'll need to spend a lot of time growing my bank and my PvM skills. So welcome to Grandmaster from scratch. We're going to start with nothing. As you can see, I liquidated my bank. I'm going to turn this GP to platinum right now. Basically, I'm just going to use this for bond money and stuff like that. And yeah. Starting from absolutely nothing, I'm going to drop my 700 GP. We're going to get the Grandmaster achievements done. Now, that's going to be a feat, for me. I don't know what those other tasks are. I do have an Inferno Cape, so I think, the Elite and maybe even the Master will be very, doable at first. But from what it sounds like, the Elite, the Grandmaster tasks are supposed to be insane. It's going to require a lot of gear and stuff like that. Probably, if there's an Inferno time or something, 90-minute Inferno or something, I'm going to need a T-bow for that. So I'm going to have to do a really big rebuild while working on a lot of different PvM content. And, yeah, I'm really excited. So without further ado, all my GP is in here. Nothing else in here is tradable, really, except for my boater collection that I just kind of been collecting over time. I put in a new offer here. Yeah, I'm not going to sell those anyways. I don't know what they're worth. But anyways, I want to keep this collapsed. But yeah, just kind of some untradables, but that's pretty much it. The tentacle, I'll put away another 2 mil or whatever it's worth into platinum when I want to use that. Stuff like that. But the Slayer Helms too. I'll put a mil away or whatever a black mask is, but because I'm not gonna get rid of those, it would just be annoying. And but yeah, pretty much everything else is untradeable. And so let's get started. So I'm gonna start this off in maybe not the most interesting way, but I'm gonna pickpocket these knights for a bit and then go buy myself a rune pickaxe and a chisel, which I know is really boring, but I'm gonna go do blood runes, mainly because I need to AFK. While I'm working on my new Iron Man series, and also while I'm working, I still have a job and stuff. So while I'm working, I need to AFK since I work from home. And yeah, it's good XP. I'd like to max on this account eventually. And it's actually kind of just efficient rune crafting XP, mining XP, and I get to make some money along the way. And also, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing at this point because the tasks haven't been released yet. So I really just want to see what they come out with and yeah, go from there. Guys, today is the day. The achievement combat achievements come out, and I know what you're thinking. What? I thought it was a week away. Well, it's been a week. Oops. Yeah, I know. I'm a bad YouTuber. I've been AFKing a lot, working on the completionist Iron Man series for basically last week. Like I kind of said earlier, I don't really know what to do without the diaries out. So I've just been AFKing. So we got a nice little starter cash here, about 21 mil. Not bad. But we got a couple hours until the achievement diaries or the update comes out. At least I think updates come out on Wednesdays. So yeah, we got a couple hours until game time, and yeah, so I'm just gonna wait around AFK here a bit, work on the Iron Man a little bit more, and see what happens when they come out. I'm excited to dive into it. Guys, check it out. 13 minutes left till the update. I'm just going to finish up this inventory and go to the GE and sell off our blood runes. So we have some starter cash, about 22 mil, 23 mil. Not bad. I realized I didn't show my stats earlier when I recorded the intro, but I started it off about a week ago with 83 rune crafting, and now we're about halfway to 87. So that's pretty sick. I realize now I want to, before we get started, maybe in the next 10 minutes, I want to go do the Karamja Elite Diary, because I do have a little bit of Slayer XP to go. to 99. And in general, I'm sure there's going to be like, task-based PVM things that I need to do. But I realized that when I was clearing out my bank, I think I dropped like 10 to 20 orange spices, which sucks. But so yeah, I'll go knock that out. But as you see, we're pretty much max combats. Melees. I mean, my melees are high enough that I can do PVM, and the XP will just get up passively. And yeah, I do want to slowly work on maxing over time too, which is not really part of this series, but I will be AFKing, runecrafting, and things from time to time. Maybe cutting some amethyst or something. It's sort of in the background when I'm working on my Iron Man and stuff like that. So yeah, most of the money is going to come from PVM as we're focused on the achievements. But there will be some other things like this rune crafting or other things. And of course, the rune crafting is just a great way to start out. I mean, we're starting with 20 mil, not a lot, but we can buy ourselves a basic setup for a lot of different things with that. So yeah, let's finish up this inventory and go to the G. The long-awaited combat achievements have arrived. Test your mettle against 400 challenges across the plethora of content. Are you good enough to tackle the Grandmaster tasks? I'm so hyped for this. I really hope this isn't overhyped, and I hope that I'm also not contributing to this and it's actually going to be good. Let's see. Where do I see them? Is it in the normal achievement diary? So I started collecting orange spice because, like I said, I want to get that out of the way. Characters summary. Oh, this is kind of a new... Is this a new tab? I think this is a new tab. Let's go read the whole blog post together. Where is that? All kill count tasks and gauntlet speed tasks are retroactive, meaning that your tasks will be... So I think gauntlet speed is the only speed that was officially tracked. I think just Runelight tracked the speeds before. So let's see. So Guhamel, that's the guy outside the Warriors Guild, right? The guy who lets you in? Yeah. To implement combat achievement interface, we've changed a few things around on the hub. Quest panel, you see the minigame interface is no longer there. It's in this. Okay. A new colored star has appeared. Collection log access. Yeah, so I really like. I opened this up. I really like this this new screen. It shows your level, total level, XP, quest points, achievements, all that stuff, in kind of in one place. That's really neat, I think. And then you open up this and. Okay, so I don't want to look through the achievements themselves because I don't want to spoil anything. But I do want to... Okay, rewards. If there's anything else to add. Gommel's Hilt, 1. Oh, so this must be the teleport item. Alright guys, I've spent the last while just looking through all these tasks and stuff, and I'm so excited to get started on these. These are awesome. So let me first, so the easy tasks, first of all, are just that. They're really easy. It's mostly Slayer creatures and stuff like that. I don't think there's any, okay, so there's the free-to-play bosses, and scaling bosses, but nothing really too difficult. And then if you go to medium, it's kind of the same thing. It starts to get into Barrows, some low-level bosses and stuff like that. Mostly KC and stuff, nothing, ridiculous. Hard is when you start to get into some real bosses, but it's mostly just KC and kind of grindy type things. I think most players should be able to get this done, no problem. Elite starts to get a little bit more challenging. As you can see, there's a corrupted gauntlet, right? So there's some corrupted gauntlet. Yeah, so complete the corrupted gauntlet 50 times. That's, I think, going to be pretty challenging. And then there's also a melee fight caves task in here. I don't know where it is. Yeah, so those are probably going to be the two most challenging tasks, a melee fight caves and the corrupted gauntlet, 50 corrupted gauntlet. But I think that most high-level players should be able to do this. There's also 75 TOB KC, which is kind of challenging because... I think honestly 50 corrupted gauntlet is harder, but finding teams to learn and stuff, starting from 0 to get to 75 is kind of a bitch. So I think my TOBKC is 73 or something like that, so I'm really not far off of that. But 71. So but regardless, the elite tasks are completable. they're not nothing insane. Hard, but completable. Master is where things start to get more interesting. So there's a lot more corrupted gauntlet tasks and stuff like that. Like this one's really interesting. Kill the corrupted Hunlift without taking any damage from tornadoes, damaging floor, or stomp attacks. Also, do not take damage off prayer, and do not attack the corrupted Hunlift with the wrong weapon. So basically, do the whole thing perfectly, right? There's some more speed tasks and stuff like that. And yeah, things start to get pretty interesting. I already have a few of these completed. I believe mostly KC ones. And then also there's a Zuck task. So kill Zuck without letting any pillars fall before wave 67. So, but you'll see when you look at the Grandmaster tasks that by the time that you finish all the Grandmaster tasks, this will automatically be completed because the Grandmaster tasks are pretty insane. And then there's some other things. So complete the fourth. I think that's 4 Jads, right? 3 Jads in less than 3 minutes, I think, is what those are. And then also complete the Theater Blood hard mode. Okay, so I haven't tried that yet, but anyways, yeah, the master tasks are getting up there. There's some challenges. Yeah, so not taking any melee damage from Kriara, like interesting things. But now that we get into Grandmaster, this is what gets me hyped up because this is going to be an insane challenge. I'm going to need tons of gear, tons of all sorts of things. Like they're awesome. So these ones, Kriara, okay, kill Kriara with Salamander, interesting, whatever. Kill Kriara 30 times without leaving solo. More Corrupted Hunlift, Corrupted Gauntlet 200 times. This one's really interesting. Kill the Corrupted Hunlift without making an the prayer and stamina potion. That's going to be difficult. And then there's more Jad. Like there's a Jad speed run, I think. Complete the fight caves without using any prayer points. That's not easy. Complete the fight caves in less than 26 minutes and 30 seconds. Also pretty tough. But what I'm really excited about is these Inferno tasks. As you can see, there's a bunch of them. First of all, 10 KC, like you'll easily have that once you get the rest of these done. This one's really interesting. Complete wave 68 of the Inferno within 30 seconds of the first Jad dying. So basically that means that you have to, on triple Jad wave, you have to get all the Jads really low, kill all the healers, get them all low again, and then kill them all basically within 30 seconds of each other. And then there was another one. So fighting Jad head on too. This was an idea I had for a Inferno challenge, right? Basically, you do the entire Inferno with melee, except for Zuck. So that's like a pretty insane challenge. Oh, this is lots of people have done this by now, but kill Zuck without killing the Jad. So basically, you just flick the Jad while killing Zuck. But yeah, and complete the Inferno in less than 65 minutes. That is insane. So I'm really excited to get all this. Definitely going to need a T-bow. Definitely going to need lots of gear. This should be a really long series, and I'm excited to get into it. And actually, there's one Grandmaster task that I think that we can get done today. So obviously there's one that I already have done, but it didn't record, and that is completing the Inferno without a T-bow, because I did my first Inferno with like 300 mil gear. But the other one, it's Hydra. Where is it? No pressure. Yeah, so kill the Chemical Hydra while only using Darok's Great Axe as a weapon, whilst having no more than 10 hit points throughout the entire fight. So basically you got to DH the entire Hydra fight, and I think that's doable, to be honest, because like it's pretty easy. Well, maybe not easy, but it's definitely doable to take no damage within the Hydra fight. Like, and yeah, I think that would be an interesting one. So I'm going to go buy some basic range gear to get started with the Hydra, just so I can get like into it again, because I haven't killed it in a long time, and I can refamiliarize myself with the mechanics. And then this episode, I'm going to go for this task and get our first Grandmaster task out of the way. So I took care of some housekeeping stuff. First thing I went to go do the Karamja Elite Diary, like I talked about. Having the unlimited teleports to Duradel, even though I already have 99 or almost 99 Slayers, can be really nice.
And then I went to do the Kingdom Divided. That's the quest that unlocks the new Arceus spells. I think the Thralls are required for one of the medium tasks. And then on top of that, they're just going to be really nice for doing some of the speed tasks. If not, I mean, a huge help for some of the speed tasks. Even with the nerfed blowpipe, I was already almost hitting the master time requirement. Just chill killing Hydra with a blowpipe in the Thralls. So yeah, big upgrade there. And then I just went to Hydra with range for a bit. Like I said, basic blowpipe setup. Just wanted to kind of um, reaccustom myself to the mechanics and stuff. I haven't really played much old school in a while, and I haven't killed Hydra in a really long time. So I just wanted to kind of get used to it again. But let's get into the Darok stuff because that's interesting. So honestly, this is probably one of the easier Grandmaster tasks, and I'd even go to say that some of the Master tasks are probably harder, but there are still are a few things that make this fight tricky. So if you don't know, basically the task is to kill the Hydra using only the Darok's axe as a weapon, and you also have to keep your HP below 10 the entire time. So basically, if anything hits me, I'm dead, right? And that's where you're going to see a death compilation, a bit of that happening. But the few things that make this tricky is that when you first walk in the room, Hydra attacks you with a random mage or range, so you can't avoid that. So you either have to teleport out or just hope the range hit doesn't hit you because Dark's is pretty high range defense, right? That's kind of what I ended up doing. I tried tick eating it a bit. The problem is he hits you with two of them. So even if you do it perfectly, like you go down to 4 HP and then Guthix rest from 4 to 5 as it hits you, there's still a chance that it could combo you out. It's really, really low. So for normal accounts, you're going to be fine probably. But if you're a hardcore Iron Man or something, you probably don't want to do that. But then otherwise, the electric and the poison attacks can be a little tricky to avoid if you're not used to meleeing the Hydra like I am. And then the last thing is I struggled a bit with the fire phase, but apparently there's like melee Hydra methods and stuff. And this is like not this is a normal thing now. People melee Hydra with a lance all the time. And last time I played, this wasn't really a thing. So I looked up a YouTube video. I'll link it down in the description, the one I found, but it's really not too bad. So I just didn't know about it. So I think if I knew about that, I probably would have had half as many deaths, to be honest. But yeah, watch a melee Hydra guide. If you guys want to see a mini guide just on doing this task, let me know. I can make a 5 minute video or something just going over how to complete that task. Yeah. Yeah, as you guys see, I messed up pretty bad here. I went AFK on my way back to pick up my death chest, and well, if you don't know what that means, basically, if you die at Zulra or Vorkath, Hydra, TOB, and you have a death chest, if you die again, all the items in that chest disappear. And at first I was like, okay, it's just a few DH pieces, whatever. My cash stack, which is like 2 mil, like just maybe 5 mil worth of stuff, not a big deal. But then yeah.
Oh my god, my inferno cape was in there. My fucking inferno cape was in there. Oh my rune pouch. Oh my god, this is not a good start to this series. Fuck. I mean, I know for this whole series I'm gonna have to do like 10 more infernos. But like I'm so far off being able to I'm gonna have to go cheesecake to TOB and shit. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. That is really unfortunate. God damn it, I'm such an idiot. I just went AFK and let some normal Hydra just kill me. God damn it.
Yeah, so that really sucks. It's not the end of the world. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna have to do a bunch of infernos and for these tasks, and I'm actually kind of thinking that maybe I'll challenge myself pretty soon here, like maybe around 50 mil gear or so. Try to do like a 50 mil gear setup inferno. You know, just as like a kind of a personal challenge. You know, and it's gonna be good training for some of the later some of the later tasks and whatnot I have to do because some of those later ones are way crazier than a 50 mil setup inferno. So maybe that's something I'll go for, and I think it would be pretty good content as well. But the good thing is that I think on the very next kill or two after that with the cheesecake, I managed to get the kill as you see right here.
Yes! Yes, we got it. Finally. With a fucking cheesecake. Oh, yeah. Wait, I had to teleport out on 1 HP. Oh, that was like took me a lot longer to do than I thought it would because apparently I can't count to 3 and now I'm lagging. But that right there is our first Grandmaster task out of the way. No pressure. Definitely lost money, especially with the whole losing my death chest thing. And I spent like maybe 2 mil on death recalls. And now I don't have an Inferno cape, so that definitely was not worth it, especially since I have so much gear and stuff to get to actually complete the Grandmaster's tasks. But throughout this series, like I'm not gonna do them all just in order. Like I want to break it up a bit and just challenge myself and stuff like that. So now I'm stuck with this thing again, which is sad. But I'm gonna have to do like 20 something infernos or something for this series, so I'll get it back. It's not a big deal, but I can't believe. Yes, I'm so hyped that we got that out of the way. I think that's a great place to end off this episode, though. We got our first Grandmaster task out of the way.
So yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in to episode 1. Really hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to stay tuned for this series because there's going to be a lot. Like I need to learn a lot of things about PVM. I have, I'm a very amateur raider, right? I have one Inferno KC. I have a lot of things to learn, and obviously we're doing the rebuild from scratch. And I'm so excited to get these tasks out of the way. The cool thing is I do have one Grandmaster task out of the way. That was really cool to get done on the first episode, but there's so much left to do. So many items to obtain, so many tasks to do, and I'm really hyped to explore like every aspect of the game that I need to for this series. So yeah, subscribe if you want to stay tuned, and have a good day.